Good morning, afternoon, evening, or whatever time period it is when you view this. Welcome back to this week's Wellness Chat and Check In with your host, Love Goddess. How are you doing? How are you feeling? How was your weekend? Did you get to rest? Are you falling behind in things? Are you taking April by the horns? I don't know, y'all. I'm coming to you today in my crust. To me, this is crusty, so I can keep it authentic. So let y'all know I've been lacking on my self-care. And that's what we're talking about today. Self-care and love languages. That's right. So hopefully you guys know what love languages are. Basically, they're just 5 of the most popular ways, because I'm pretty sure there are other love languages, but it's based off of a book. I'll link the book and a website and quiz you could take to figure out what your love language is in the description. But it's basically 5 ways that we figure out how to give and receive love. And I've been thinking about how I want to give and receive love to myself, because I do it a lot with my friends, my family members, partners, coworkers, anybody that you interact with on a regular basis. You usually get some sort of love language exchange with them. But how often do you really focus on yourself? If you're like me, you can neglect the shit out of yourself. I'm really good for putting myself on the back burner. I'm not gonna lie. I put myself on the back burner, and I've been trying to get out of that habit. It's hard, really, really hard. But I've been thinking about how I can use the love languages in order to reframe the way I think of self-care. And I forgot to tell y'all the love languages. Okay, so the top 5, in no particular order, are words of affirmations, acts of service, physical touch, gifts, and quality time. I didn't realize that my personal self love language was going to be different from the love language I require from people outside of myself. I love to give myself gifts. Love giving myself gifts. I will not accept it from anyone else. Or if I do it begrudgingly. I don't want you giving me gifts. I want you to actually spend time with me. So, quality time. Or I want you to talk to me nice. So, words of affirmations. Those are my top 2. But for myself, I trick on myself. I'm not gonna lie. That's why I do my staycation, so I can go to a nice, cute, way out of my budget if I do this on a weekly or daily basis hotel. And I'm about to start including Airbnbs, because I've been doing staycations over the past let's just say a few years. So over the past few years in the DMV area, I've been staying in decent to luxury hotels. Eventually, you run out of that shit. So I'm going to have to start doing staycations at Airbnbs, but I count that as gifts. I am giving that to myself. And it's also quality time because more often than not, I am by myself in that hotel, buying whatever food I want, watching whatever I want, usually taking a luxurious bath. So that goes into physical touch. I'm trying to get back into that. It's hard, especially during COVID, because it's not exactly as safe to go out to different hotels and people's homes, not knowing about their sanitation practices and how many people that they're actually booking in these hotels so that you properly social distance, and you have to keep your mask on the whole time. And I know that sometimes that could take away from the fun of going to a hotel, walking through the lobby. You can't exactly sit at the bar anymore if you were, a person who goes to the hotel bar. It's different, but sitting up in this house every day and only working or spending time with friends and partners, but in the house 7 days a week, that is not exactly great for personally my mental health. So I need to be able to get out of the house. And the best way that I know how to do that is to incorporate staycations back into my monthly routine and into my self-care routine. So I had one last month. It was really great. It was very much so needed. I'm not going to have one this month. I'm going to skip this month because I have other plans for the end of the month where I'm going to be around people. So next month, I'm going to start it up again. And it's super cool that I even get to do that. I'm super privileged to be able to go on staycations and plan them out for like one monthly visit to a nice place. Super grateful, super privileged. I didn't think that I'd get to this point. I didn't think the gifts from myself mattered as much as they do. But when you go on this self-love journey and this wellness journey, and maybe even this spiritual journey, maybe this is something that comes up when you're figuring out everything. I mean, everything is in flux, y'all. Everything is up there. I know we getting vaccines, but only 25% of us in the United States alone have been vaccinated, and some states didn't close at all. And I know that makes us very anxious. That makes me very anxious. That's why we need to focus on self-care and self-love and our self-love language. You see how we bring that back full circle? So I'm okay. I'm making it. I'm just trying to find ways to incorporate my self-love languages back into my self-care because it's incredibly important. So, what are your self-love languages? What are your love languages in general? Do you even know about love languages? Since I'm working in reverse here, do you know about your love languages? What are they? From others, require for yourself. What do you like to yourself? We gotta keep going. We have to keep going. We have to keep moving, right? That's what we're doing.